Hello, good afternoon. Welcome to this week's live, all about self-sabotage. I think it's a real hot topic at the moment, or just in general, because we do tend to be our own worst enemies. So before I carry on, I just want to bring your attention to my new group, the Wannabe Losers, Wannabe Losers Weight Loss Motivation. If you head to my bio once you finish watching this video, there is all my links in there, so you can join that community for some extra support. If this video resonates with you, please leave me a comment. I'd really like to know what you're thinking, and tag a friend if you think that there's someone that might benefit from hearing this advice, or even if you're another consultant and you want to pass this advice on to your slimmers as well, tag them in the comments. I'd really love to help as many people as possible. So, self-sabotage, all those thoughts that go through our head that stop us from sticking to plan, whatever our plan is. Like I say, we can be our own worst enemies. I think the biggest one I hear with my slimmers is about feeling deprived. It's the FOMO, isn't it? It's horrible when you feel like you're missing out. But I think just refocusing to remember that you're not depriving yourself of anything your body needs. You're focusing on making a choice to become healthier, making a choice to get to your goals. It's less of a deprivation when you change it from I can't have that to I'm making a choice not to have that, because I want to meet my weight loss goals, and that's the same as in everything in life, isn't it? If you change that mindset from depriving yourself of something or not allowing yourself something, and just remembering it's a choice. No one's forcing you to do this diet, or any diet. You've made a choice, and when you start that journey, you've got a reason for wanting to lose weight, become healthier. Be it you don't want to have that extension on your aeroplane's seatbelt, you want to be able to fit into the seat on theme parks and be able to go to the beach and be happy. Even just going on the school run and not feeling like, not that I think people do judge, but feeling judged, that feeling. But focus on those feelings, focus on your why. Going back to week 1, listing your reasons for wanting to lose weight, focusing on them and remembering that you made a choice and why you made that choice. In the short term, thinking, you're at work and there's cakes on the side. If I eat that for a couple of seconds, probably not even minutes, I'm going to feel that amazing taste in my mouth. But how am I going to feel 5 minutes later? How am I going to feel later on today? How am I going to feel tomorrow? How am I going to feel when I get on the scales on Monday and I haven't seen the difference in the scales that I wanted to? So remembering that you might feel deprived in the moment, but you're going to feel more deprived when you get on the scales and you've not achieved what you wanted to achieve. So it's all about, like we always say, it's about your mindset. And you're right, Ben, mindset is so important. It's changing that from I'm missing out, I'm not doing what I want to do. What you want to do is achieve your goals. Focus on that and make it a choice. It is a choice not to have that, not I can't have that. Another great tip with regards to deprivation is making a record of how you feel. Say, for example, you do have a slip, record how you feel afterwards, because quite often those feelings of guilt and, self-loathing then come in. Record that and refer back to it, refer back to how you're feeling. And likewise, if you resist and then you do see the difference on the scales, record that, you know, how good it made you feel, and give yourself credit. Again, going back to week 1, you know, give yourself credit, you know, rather than saying, oh, I really would have liked that cake, say, isn't it great that I managed to resist that cake? Isn't it a great feeling to not be controlled by that cake, to be able to actually say, no, I've made a choice not to have it, and I stuck to that, and I feel amazing for doing so. So it's all tying all those previous tips into this, and it makes such a difference to your mindset. You deserve to hit your targets. You deserve what you promised yourself when you decided you want to lose weight. You deserve to be putting healthy food into your body. Just remember that next time you feel deprived. So another self-sabotaging thought might be that I'm just an all or nothing person. I've said this to myself so many times over the years. I'm all or nothing. I'm either 100% on plan, or that's it, I'm going out and binging. I'm either at my target weight or I'm overweight. There is, you know, you've got to give yourself some leeway for that in between. You know, say for example you do slip up and you have, you know, pinched something off of the kid's plate. How many calories are in it? Yeah, it's not ideal if you're on a certain plan, but don't beat yourself up for it. You need to be able to draw that line and go, it's not all or nothing here. I can pull this back. You know, if you then go, oh well, I've cheated now, I had that chip or I had that cake. You know, even if you've had a cake, what are you looking at? I don't know, number out the air, 500 calories for example. If you then think, well, I've had one, I might as well have another one, you've immediately doubled that. You know, you can salvage. If you do have a slip up, you can salvage. Likewise, if you're going out for the night, you've got drinks or dinner planned, and you think, well, I know that I'm going to have a meal or a drink off plan. Plan for that. Plan for it. Set yourself a limit. Give yourself credit for first of all doing that. Second of all, for sticking to it, and set yourself a time to actually get back into your plan. Drink your water, and you can pull it back. It doesn't have to be, well, I'm going to a party on Saturday night, so I might as well just have this week off. Like, how much damage you can do in a week is so much different to the damage you can do in just one meal off plan. It's 21 meals in a week, you know, 28 if you're doing step B and you're including snacks. Like, really, it doesn't need to be all or nothing. It, you know, the binge restrict cycle is so damaging. Control it. It's about control. Talk to someone about it. You know, if you do slip up, hold yourself accountable straight away. Tell someone, I had a biscuit. That will hopefully stop it from turning into a packet of biscuits. Or, you know, well, I've had a packet of biscuits, I might as well have a dinner off plan. I've had a day off plan, I might as well have a week off plan. It doesn't need to be all or nothing. Rein yourself in, hold yourself accountable. And, you know, some days might be a middle of the range day, but talk to yourself, talk to, you know, your consultant, your sponsor, anyone, but hold yourself accountable. Doesn't need to be all or nothing. We can work around these things. That's self-justification. It's okay because I don't want to waste it. It's only small, it's only a little bit. I'll get straight back on plan afterwards. It's okay because I'm stressed, so I've got a week because I'm stressed. It's those things. It's almost like Chloe from the Fridge Raiders calls it her inner Karen. It's having that inner person telling you, no, that's all right. It's the devil and the angel on your shoulder. Name that voice that tells you it's okay, that voice that tells you, you know, you can eat because it's stressed, or, you know, you don't want to waste that. Name her or him. Tell them. Have that dialogue with them. Open it up as if it was, you know, someone that's in the room with you. You can say, no, Karen, I don't want to eat that, or no, but Karen, if I eat that, I'm not going to see the difference on the scales that I want to see. Talk back, you know, people might think think you're mental talking to yourself, but really we've got to do what works for us. And we've all got that inner justification voice that's like, oh, it's okay because, but think about it as if you were the person, you know, the angel in this devil angel situation. Think about it as if you were that person telling your best friend who really wants to meet their goals what you would tell them. Open a dialogue. Obviously make sure it's helpful advice, not don't channel a friend that's going to go, sod it, you're all right. You're answering back that sod it voice. But have the dialogue, have the conversation, and it becomes then that you've acknowledged that feeling, rather than just trying to bury it down, and, you know, not think about it, because invariably that, you know, that voice will just come clawing back up and bite you somehow. But if you acknowledge it and say, well, come on then, let's have a conversation about this. You know, I suppose it's like any, you know, emotional issue that you've got. If you pile it under food or whatever, it's going to come up eventually anyway, so you might as well address it. You know, yeah, I do really want those biscuits, but yeah, you might want those biscuits now, but you know, if you're going to have those biscuits, you're going to regret it later down the line. Refer back to, you know, the notes that I've told you to make about, this is how I felt when I did cave and have the biscuits, and this is how I felt when I didn't, and how proud of myself I am. And again, give yourself credit for doing that. Number 4 today, that last self-sabotaging thought that I'm going to be addressing excuse me, is self-doubt and self-negativity. I think we generally, as women, as people, we are down on ourselves. We doubt ourselves. You know, I can't do it, it's too hard. Stop fortune telling. You're not psychic. You might have fallen down on things before, but you don't know what's going to happen. Give yourself, you know, some credit. You know, you go back to giving yourself credit for doing well, but give yourself some advance credit. Like, you're strong, you've made this decision, you've written down why you want to do it, you know why you want to do it, you're doing it. Don't doubt yourself, you can do it. If you've made mistakes, acknowledge them and address them, like I've said before. Hold yourself accountable. It might be that you've weighed yourself and you've not lost the weight that you want to this week. You know, doesn't mean that all is lost. It's just a number. It's not the be all and end all. Think about the other things, like how you're feeling. You need to turn everything into a positive. You know, I might not have lost what I want on the scales this week, but you know what? I ran up the stairs without getting out of breath. Turn that self-doubt into something positive. If you're constantly telling yourself that you can't do something, your brain's going to start believing you. And your brain's cleverer than that. So turn it around. Stop with the self-doubt. Stop trying to tell the future. Make the future. You have the power to do that. You have the power to turn your life around. Like, you have the power to make these amazing choices and to give yourself credit for them. You should be proud of yourself. Mistakes do happen, and you know, that is just life, but you are so capable, and yeah, you just need to keep telling yourself. And if you find that hard to keep telling yourself that, you need to find someone that is going to tell you that. So just a little recap about self-sabotage. We all do it in some kind of way. We have been looking at the idea of deprivation and how to address that. We have had a look at the all or nothing approach, and we have myth busted that. We have looked at self-justification and self-doubt. So I hope this has been helpful. I'd love it if you were to share this video with your friends, tag people in it, leave me a comment and let me know what you think. You know, if there's any other, you know, self-sabotage thoughts that come into your head, or that, you know, you've addressed or that you just can't address, comment and let me help. Likewise, head over to my bio, join my group where, you know, there's ongoing support for anyone and everyone. The link is in the bio. You can get all of my links to all my social media platforms there. So head along and say hi. Have a great week. And sorry, I'm just going to read this comment. I've actually made self-sabotage an art form nearly every time I've gone on plan. Well, that's my husband saying that, so we are going to address that straight after this. Anyway, please like away, comment away, share away. I'd love to hear from you. Have a great week.